How come we can hear the
Good
other music?
evening, Texas bikers and bikers across the nation and the world. Welcome your hosts, founders of Sons of Liberty Riders MC, Texas Biker Radio, defenders of the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, defenders against rogue law enforcement, defenders against rogue courts, defenders against rogue government, state, and local. Are you ready to rumble? Here's Popeye and OG for tonight's podcast.
Good evening, everybody. I hope you like that new intro. we were sitting here talking, and all of a sudden I looked up, and it was 7:31. Good evening, Texas bikers and bikers all across the nation. This is Texas Biker Radio, number 453. My name is Mel Popeye Moss.
Mel OG Robbins.
He remembered his name tonight, and that's a good thing.
Better than you know.
Oh, yeah. And tonight we do have a message for our friends here at 15 after the hour, being as we delayed it after last week's broadcast.
Yeah, one of the cells called me over that too. So
Yeah.
they're waiting.
Yeah, so be ready for that. Look, in tonight's podcast, I want to bring up something because it was brought up. It was brought up by Insane Throttle over there. They brought up that there's another group of one percenters. They had gone. The police had arrested them. They'd gone to court. They were under $1 million bonds. It seems like that's a thing now.
Not in Texas.
So we've got the anniversary of the Waco Twin Peaks incident.
That's coming up.
That's coming up May 17th, 2021. Of course, that happened on May 17th, 2015. Now, it seems as though the law enforcement and the courts are using the same tactics with lies, innuendos, public vilifications to set a narrative with a willing media to attempt to prosecute the innocent. And we saw this in Waco firsthand. We were deeply involved in that when that went down, because we knew people that got caught up in that mess that were innocent of any crimes. And the matter of fact is, the majority of the people they arrested were not guilty of anything other than being at a political meeting. But we saw what happened there. They were arrested. They were drugged over the coals by the media and by law enforcement, who vilified them to no end. And so this just went on and on and on as the courts drugged them through hell for 4 years. And now it seems like it's happening in this case up there in Illinois, where there's another 1% club that are facing trial or have faced trials, and in the end they were found innocent, but not after they got the ride. OG, not after they got the ride. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, there's a lot of material out there you can read involving the actions of law enforcement, particularly when it comes to bikers. And the federal agencies that get involved, particularly not so much DEA, but ATF.
Yeah.
And they play right along with the scenario we talk about over and over and over.
Yeah.
And that is, they make crap up. They get CIs and undercovers, and it is their sole purpose to incite trouble.
Yes.
To make stuff happen. I mean, you want to talk about entrapment. That's entrapment in its purest form.
Right.
You've got individuals that have probably no thought of committing crimes, that get tempted and prompted over and over by these undercovers and these CIs. And when that happens and they build these cases, 9 times out of 10 they're counting on the fact that when the prosecution comes out with all the charges and they come out with BS statements about the tons of evidence that they have compiled. Now, they never let on to the fact that they're not prepared to let any of that go.
Yeah.
To bring that to the surface, because once you see it, it's nothing but cow manure. There's nothing to it. It's a bunch of lies and innuendos, and 9 times out of 10, any videos that they show,
Yeah.
you're not seeing perpetrators there. You're seeing the UCs
Yeah.
and the confidential informants acting out.
Yes.
Okay? But the grand juries don't know that. So they push this on and on and on. They do the high bail bit, the whole deal. And when the rubber meets the road, the prosecutor can't make the case.
Yes.
And they get off. But lives have been destroyed, interrupted, property forever lost. There's got to be a special place in hell for these people in the Justice Department.
Sergeant Swanton is one of them.
Right.
Yeah. Supposed to be a real religious guy who bared false witness against his fellow men, is what he did. And he's got a special place in hell, along with many others like Abel Reyna, who we've put him in a special place, not as a prosecutor anymore. But OG, when things first happen and they vilify the bikers and they throw all this stuff out there to the media, and the media laps it up like crazy lapdogs for them, it's all in order to try and influence any potential jury.
Absolutely.
So they're vilified right off the bat. Right off the bat. Their mug shots are put out all over the place, even though they may have never in their lives committed a crime. And yes, even in a 1% club, everybody. And we have cases going on like that right now here in Texas and across the country. So I do believe it is time, and I'm sorry for my voice, it keeps cracking, but it's time we unite and take these people on. And yes, we are doing it here in the legislature, here in Texas, right now. We've got good guys that are down there doing their best to change some of these laws, these draconian laws that violate our constitutional rights that they've been getting away with for decades on end, everybody. And I do believe it's time that we start getting down on these people, and that's probably not the proper term, but we've got to unite to have an effect.
2 years ago, we
Yeah.
started using a term, push back.
Exactly.
And that's precisely what we need to continue to do. We need to push back.
Yep.
You know, at this last Trump rally, I was talking with one of the organizers. You know, these rallies that they have here in Arlington and Grand Prairie. And we were talking about how effective the left has been, the progressives, Antifa, the whole bit, because they push hard.
Yes.
And they push like hell. And as a matter of fact, they do tend to get a little dangerous now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They come armed.
Yeah.
With firearms, knives, spiked baseball bats, whatever.
Yes.
And, you know, conservatives have always tended to be nice, to let the other side live, listen to their side of the story. You know, there's very few of us that can't get into a discussion with somebody to argue a point and not get terribly upset because we don't think the other one believes what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Or they're going to sway our way. But it's the way we are. The problem is we're going to have to change our tactics. We have to push back and push back like hell. And we need to push back with aggression if we need to. It's just like, you know, at one point in my life, I got involved in training attack dogs. Okay? Now, I'm not talking about guard dogs. I'm talking about attack dogs, where you can put them out on a command to hit, attack, whatever. And part of that training involves when that dog attacks and grabs that individual, if that individual freezes, that dog won't do much more.
Yeah.
But if the individual starts fighting him, the dog becomes more aggressive. And the name of the game is you have to be more aggressive than the other person. So we all need to reset our clock here, reboot our software, and damn, you know, push back.
Yeah, I agree. You know, OG, you and I brought up a long time ago, years ago, that law enforcement was going to get in trouble for the way they were treating the black community and for the way they were treating the public in general, as if
right.
Everybody but them is the frickin' enemy. And they were beating the hell out of people, no matter what ethnicity they might be. And of course, if you watch those cop shows where they hang out in neighborhoods that have problems and drug problems, I might add, severe drug problems, and what you saw is them arresting the same people over and over and over again, people that couldn't afford attorneys, couldn't afford what they were fixing to go through, again and again and again, and they made a show out of it. And what they should have been doing was trying to help these communities. But yet, what we finally saw in the case of the trial that's going on right now, you know, no matter how much of a criminal he may have been, he now has law enforcement on its heels. Now,
I did see something interesting tonight with that trial.
Go ahead and tell us.
We're talking about the trial going on up in Minneapolis over Floyd. Mm-hmm. Something the news media in general is not covering, because there is a concerned effort out there to put this guy away forever, and the threat is, and it was cited on TV tonight, if he is not convicted, watch buildings burn.
That's exactly what they're waiting to do.
Now,
and OG, I think it'll happen no matter what the conviction is.
Oh yeah, yep. Now, what the media is not showing, there is more than one camera angle, And what they were able to show today in court was he was not kneeling on Floyd's neck. Okay? His knee was on his shoulder blade. And the defense attorney was questioning the chief of police for Minneapolis and pointed out, there's more than one camera angle.
Yeah.
And the chief admitted it. And it said, if you look at it from this other camera angle, does he have his knee on his neck? Chief said no.
Uh-oh.
Okay. His knee was on his shoulder blade. So buckle up, buckaroos, because this is going to get interesting. My son told me, and he happens to have a lot of knowledge as to what in the hell went on up there. He told me, he said, this is going to get interesting. So, that's just a little taste of what happened.
I do believe that, everybody, and if they think this is not going their way, and I mean the people that want blood, if they think this is not going their way, this is going to be
Yep.
unbelievable.
Okay, we're 16 minutes in.
Okay, do it.
And here we go, guys. Listen closely. The river flows freely with great force. The river flows freely with great force. You know what to do with that.
Go get them, guys.
Okay.
That's all I can say about that one. Oh, man. OG, you ready to take on the government?
Well, hell yeah.
Hey, let's talk. Well, first of all, let me say we'll think of something to do for the anniversary of Twin Peaks.
Okay.
I don't know quite what it'll be, but being as we were involved in that for 4 years of going after the law enforcement, the crooked courts, and everything else that exists here in Texas, and Abel Reyna, who now will never be I do not believe he'll ever be salvageable as a politician, and that's a good thing. And there's lessons to be learned from that, and we have learned them, and we are using them. That's for sure. We'll think of something to do. But OG, everything that's going on right now, where the big battle now is over Atlanta. But let me say this, OG, it's not about Atlanta. This is about putting out a warning to other states that are going to follow the lead of Texas, follow the lead of Florida, follow the lead of Georgia, and other states that are trying to secure the vote for the next election cycle, where you won't have all this cheating. And at the head of that is voter ID. Now they're going stark staring mad over voter ID, and they've got corporations, they've got sports franchises, they've got universities, they've got everybody out there vilifying, setting a narrative, vilifying Georgia for trying to secure the vote for the next election cycle so people will believe in it. Now, I do believe, OG, this is all about money.
Oh, hell yeah.
This is all about money. These entities, corporations, states, universities, they've all been bailed out again and again and again. Whether they be banks, whether they be manufacturers, the list runs on and on and on. This is about money. They're wanting to secure their place in line is what I believe. So they're out there just beating the hell out of Georgia, beating the hell out of companies like the My Pillow guy. I mean, they're just trying to destroy them. And we can't let it happen. We've got to point it out to everybody. To everybody. That's the reason you should be liking and subscribing to this channel.
That's correct.
I mean, we've been at this for a while now. And we recognize what's going on. Matter of fact is, everything that we've been seeing at the national level, we've witnessed as bikers. Everything you see, the crooked law enforcement, the crooked courts, the crooked government. We've been seeing this for a very, very long time. And now everybody's able to see it. Everybody. It's out there in the open. You want to comment on that? So people got to push back. We can't be sheep. Whether it be about the China virus or whether it be about what the hell our government's doing. And it's there for everybody to see it, everybody to witness. I heard it in the damn doctor's office today, OG. They were bitching about the China virus.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Carrying on about it.
Well, I don't know. I think, let's talk about Governor Abbott for a minute.
Let's talk about it.
Governor Abbott stood up and he said, I will not throw out the first ball at the Ranger game.
Good.
He, I think what he's trying to do is show support for the governor of Georgia.
Yeah.
And he has made the statement he's not going to throw out the first ball. He's not in support of the shenanigans that these sporting venues are pulling.
Let's all raise hell, everybody. What moron is going to be the first one to go out there and throw the first ball in support of these comrades, I guess you'd say? It's unbelievable. We need to be attacking these corporations. We need to be attacking these franchises, and that's the reason you need to join Constitutional Warriors, our Facebook page. We need 1,000 members there real quick so we can start sending messages to these corporations, to these baseball franchises, to the NFL, to the AA, all of them, because they're all in on it. You know why? Because their seasons are, they're still not able to have a full boat.
Well, a major can't do without it. They will claw their way to a TV set anytime there's a game on. Kill people for front seats, the whole bit. Now, sooner or later, if this faction will wake up and take a step back and say, wait the hell 1 minute here, this is bullshit, and tune it out, it would put the whole thing to a grinding halt.
It would. Listen up, everybody, and send this to all. My wife is one of the worst at watching for the March Madness bullshit. And we go to war over it. And you can bet I didn't watch one moment of it. I may have heard some of it walking through the living room where my wife was mesmerized by it. But I'm not a basketball fan. I'm not a baseball fan anymore. And I'm damn sure not an NFL fan anymore as a lifelong Cowboy fan. Fuck them. I will not watch their shit. I will not participate in it. I won't spend a dime in one of their stadiums. And that's what we all should be doing right now. And it would end this shit really quick. Really quick. And that includes ESPN.
Tune them out.
Tune them out. I mean, there's plenty of other things to do. And you find that out really quick.
And if you think about it, what they're trying to do is they're trying to censor you.
Yes.
They're trying to tell you what's good and what's not good.
Yeah.
And, they're looking for you to blindly follow them.
Don't be sheep. You've got a brain. Use it. You can find plenty of other things to entertain yourself. Hell, get you a motorcycle, come ride with us. We can entertain you. There's all kinds of fascinating things on YouTube, OG.
Oh, I know.
I watch it all the time. There are just fascinating things to look at. Hell, I've been watching baby eagles. Tiny baby eagles bonk the shit out of each other. It's incredible. And then there's another one getting ready to fly. They fly at about 10 weeks old. They're big as their parents, and it takes them a while to get off the nest that's 90 feet up.
Yeah.
So
I'd be a little pensive.
Good luck
myself
on that one,
sometimes.
everybody. It's cool to watch, really. But hey, look, Donald Trump showed us what a good economy was like. We know what it looks like, and what's going on now, everybody? That is still in play. The effects of his economy are still going on. Now, it's going to change in a hurry. It's going to change in a hurry because of what they're proposing and what they're doing. Flooding the country with illegal aliens, with no China virus, what would you say, vaccinations, just letting them loose in the country, and then plus putting them in school, putting them up in housing, all this other stuff going on. And of course, the churches are participating in this stuff. We're paying them off. We're paying the military off, I guess. I don't know what all we're doing, where all we're sending these people. But we're spending billions and billions and billions of dollars. Oh, wait a minute. Trillions of dollars.
Yeah, billions is chump change.
Yeah, billions was Obama. Trillions is the potato head. Which they're just spending money left and right. They're going what they're trying to do is collapse the system, and they're going to do it if left unchecked by us. If we don't wake up and change things in this next election cycle, and number one in that is securing the vote from all the cheating. I mean, any kind of cheating. Any kind. Not little cheating. Zero cheating. Zero cheating. They got to up the prison time for cheating in the vote.
It would be refreshing just to see them bring someone up on charges.
It would. It would. What have you heard? Have you heard of anyone other than a few they threw, the couple they threw under the bus back during the election? I bet you they hadn't served a day. Just my opinion. So Biden, the potato head, is taking us back to the Obama era at warp speed.
Well, you could use Obama. I mean, if you take a look at the current administration and all the people that have been brought in to run crap, it's all Obama admin people.
Yeah.
All Obama era. And you can bet Obama is back there pulling strings too.
Obama retreads is
That's
what
right.
it is. Is what it is.
I mean, to me, it's inconceivable to have some of these people back that were there before.
Remember, everybody, this is about warning other states not to follow suit. They want to keep the corrupt voting system in place, and we cannot let that happen. And it starts with getting rid of V8, what is it, now it's Senate Bill 1 instead of House Bill 1 or
Right.
House Resolution.
Right, HR 1.
It's Senate Resolution now. Senate Resolution. So now it's in their court, and we've got to make sure that it doesn't leave that court with approval. The Senate has to reject it, and reject it big time. And so you need to be contacting your senator and telling them, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Stop it. Stop it now. And so we need to do that in mass and in united. They think Democrats would have us believe that blacks, Hispanics, and other minorities are not smart enough to get an ID.
If I were black, Hispanic, Asian, or whatever the hell they're calling a person of color anymore,
Yeah,
I would be pissed.
I would too. Because we certainly know that's not the truth. There are many black people that are homeowners, and I know they had to show some ID to get those big old homes they're living in.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, gee, I thought it was incredible today on the news. They were showing people that were putting in gardens for poor people.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It was pretty cool. But as I looked at the house that was behind them, those poor people lived in a 2-story home. I'm just saying, everybody, it drives me nuts when the media is out there putting on a show and trying to deceive us. That's like the people that are coming across the border. They have cell phones. They have all designer shirts and everything. Obama T-shirts. Potato Head T-shirts.
Yeah.
That's what we ought to send down there is Potato Head T-shirts. Just saying, everybody. So it's that kind of crap. Your local news is also in all this crap. So these people that come into your home every night wearing these expensive suits, acting like they're your friends, are nothing but propagandists. Is all they are. They go out and get a China virus story. They find somebody out there that just barely made it, like they did tonight. He just barely made it. Yeah. They saved his life, and good for him. But they never talk about the thousands and thousands and thousands of people that make it through it or don't even have any effect from it.
Well, I heard some interesting conversation today that if they need more deaths, they can adjust that. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Again, I have all the respect in the world for COVID. Just like I have all the respect in the world for the annual influenza that we get, or any other disease that can take you down if you have underlying conditions. The problem is, I think this has been blown way out of proportion. The best way, in fact, I posted something today on Sons of Liberty Riders MC and on Texas Biker Radio, and it was during the Nuremberg trials after World War II.
Yeah.
Where they had a Nazi on trial, and he was talking. They asked him, how did you get the people in Germany to originally go along with all this? And his statement was, if you are able to drive fear into people, they will do whatever you want it is they want them to do. So let's think about what in the hell's going on in this country right now with, first we had all these tens of thousands and millions of cases of COVID. And then we had tens of thousands of deaths. Again, did anyone see any bodies stacked up on the street? Because that's what you'd expect in a pandemic.
They claimed that was going on in Europe. Italy, I think, is the one that comes to mind when they said they had the trucks with the bodies in it, the freezer trucks.
There we go.
See? It's always someplace where we're not.
Now, I don't doubt that there were some bad outbreaks, just like there have been some horrendous outbreaks of influenza.
Yeah.
And they still haven't talked about. I mean, I guess nobody this year got a case of the flu.
Nobody.
There are no statistics available on the flu. Again, what the hell's going on here? They're trying to scare the shit out of everyone. I still feel kind of bad for people running around in these flimsy little masks that they wear, thinking they're being protected. I mean, it cracks me up, especially when I see a cloth mask. Yeah, you think you're getting any kind of protection with a cloth mask or a designer mask? I don't think so. So, I happened to go to Hobby Lobby today with Amy. And I asked her when we walked in, I said, are you supposed to wear a mask in here? And she said, well, I think so. I said, well, okay. So I stuck the mask in my back pocket. Mm-hmm. Walked through the door, walked all around the store, bumped into several other people that were not wearing masks. And, I think some people are starting to get it.
Yeah.
And then you occasionally run across the moron that's wearing two masks.
Two masks, or out riding a bicycle or walking by themselves.
Right. So, again, you use common sense. I mean, yeah, you don't run around hugging everybody when there's illness going around. You wash your hands. You kind of maintain your distance. The only time I can remember getting really ill one year was several years back. I think it was somewhere around 2014. That's when I was living in Rockwall. And we went to a meeting. It was a large meeting. And it was kind of elbow to elbow, and it was right around Christmas time. I hadn't gotten my flu vaccination, and guess what? Believe what you want, and do what you feel you should be doing. But they're driving us through fear.
Let me make a public service announcement, everybody. If you get a letter in the mail saying that somebody has applied for benefits under your name and you did not do it, don't ignore it. There's fraud going on everywhere with all this money that's being thrown around by our government at federal level, at state level, at any level you might think of. So we have people from around the world that are applying for these benefits. And if they're applying under your name, however they got it, you could end up owing thousands when they ask for it back, when they find out there's fraud. Now, you'll play hell by fighting the government. So make sure if someone claims a benefit under your name that you take action. Don't ignore it. We had a guy do that. It was in the news tonight here in Texas. He owes them $7,000. The Texas Workforce Commission. Someone had applied under his name. And guess what? the Texas, OG, listen, this just drives me nuts. The Texas Workforce Commission says there's so many cases that they're having hell keeping up with it.
Wow.
They're having hell keeping up with it. But you know what? If that's going on and they're not capable of taking care of it, nobody should be paying. Nobody. But yet they will try. They will try because they are the freaking government. You have to understand these people are ruthless. Ruthless is what I'm saying. So make sure you do your due diligence when this shit happens. And we've got, you know what? We've got to hold them accountable for pissing away all this money, and letting these things happen, letting all this fraud happen. And I promise you, the fraud is happening whether it's from around the world, around the country, certain corporations, universities, they're all capable of fraud. And so we've got to hold them all accountable. Now, OG, let's talk about what I've been through today. Unbelievable, everybody. As everybody knows, I had a minor stroke not long ago. That's not the reason for the way I speak now. That was from cancer surgery. But, OG, since I found out I had the minor stroke, which they said happened, a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, about 3 weeks
But I've been
ago.
having a problem with my left eye, for a month. I thought it was an eye problem. Well, it turns out I had a minor stroke, or that's what they're saying. So I go see my doctor. He sends me to this specialist. I go see this specialist today, and he informs me because I had cancer at another time about 12 or 14 years ago on this other side, this side, that because of that I received radiation. They radiated the hell out of me, everybody. That's the reason my face is the way it is on this side now. But being as I had that radiation, I am not a candidate for the Roto-Rooter thing where they go in and clean the clogged artery out. So I'm not a candidate for that now. So now he's sending me to another guy. I don't know what the hell that means. He said I could continue my walks that I've been doing for 20 years. So,
And you can ride.
and I can ride, everybody. That's the main thing. I can ride. Till I can't. It's incredible. We'll let you know what happens. We'll follow this. It's kind of interesting now. These doctors have gone wacky. They really have. And OG, I think the TV medicine thing has just kind of died.
Mm-hmm.
Because none of my doctors use them now. They don't. If you do the code and go into the system, they don't answer up. So none of them are using them now. It was a piece of shit to begin with. And I'm sure, it was probably a billing problem. Maybe they weren't, they were cheating the system, so it just died.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. So, I don't know. I just keep on going, regardless of what happens to me. But I guess that's the end of the show.
Well,
I don't have any more to talk about.
Sometimes we run over, sometimes we run a little under.
Yeah.
And it's fewer times that we run a little under.
Yeah. Well, we're actually pretty close.
We are.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah. With that, everybody, ride safe, be safe, unite.
Push back.
Push back. That's right. And so, we're going to close it out if I can find the mouse. Ride safe, everybody. If you don't have a motorcycle, buy one. Come ride with us. We need more chapters around the country. Yes, we do. That's all I'll say about that. You can inquire. There we go.